Tonight I was taught maybe the most important lesson in Magic that I've learned in years. Something that has been a long time coming that I honestly probably needed to learn years ago. I need to build some new decks. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee for work for one day, and so on this trip I brought a couple Commander decks just in case I found the opportunity to play some games of Commander. The two decks I brought with me were Gearston Starn Kellermorph and Jan Jansen Chaos Crafter. Now, to be fair, those are my two single most juiced up powerful Commander decks that I own. And so I asked for LGS recommendations from you guys on social. I found a really cool store, the Game Cave in Nashville, super clean, super friendly staff, really friendly people. I found a group of 3 folks to play with. All 3 guys I played with were super friendly, and before we started playing, one of the guys was like, hey, I messaged you on Instagram earlier when you were looking for game recommendations. I'm so glad we get to play a game together. I watch your content all the time, which made me feel super welcome, very cool. And so then I was like, I have 2 decks, they're both 4s. And they were like, our decks are like 1s, maybe 2s. And so at that moment, I had the sneaking suspicion that at the end of the night, the best case scenario was that these guys were all gonna be really friendly. I was probably going to have had a good performance with my decks, and everybody was gonna leave shaking hands. Worst case scenario, they were not going to have fun because I was gonna be playing a bunch of really unfair mana rocks and combo pieces. And you guys know I don't build 5s, right? I don't build with a meta in mind, but what I like to build tends to definitely be in the 4 class. 8, 10, 12 game changers in every deck. And in the end, the games were actually pretty competitive. I had combos and ramps, so I came out ahead in the games, but honestly, one of the guys literally almost just took me out, right? He just tapped his mana wrong so he couldn't cast a heroic intervention. Otherwise, he had me. And all the guys were great. I hung out with a couple of them outside waiting for my car, chatted with all of them. It was honestly a really great time, and I'm super glad that I went. But it really got me thinking about the next decks that I need to build, because they need to not be 4s. My first attempt at building a 2 is probably going to be the Chaos Keeper, this blue-red card from Gavin's Unknown event that is based on me. This is a card that was created in my likeness because I love to Chaos Draft. So I just bring like a big box of packs with me every single time I played it, and I'd be like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then everything that gets opened goes to the winner of the game. That seems like a very fun thing to do at a 2 power level. The other newest deck I'm planning on building is the Shtola, which is gonna be all like engines and free cards. This definitely doesn't seem like anything other than exactly the 4 that I'm used to building. And I'm genuinely very excited for this deck, so I feel like it is just gonna be a 4. But honestly, as much fun as it is to play powerful stuff, the lesson I learned tonight was incredibly important, which is that sometimes it's just good to have a deck to fit in with a table of randos, because these guys were awesome. They could have not been awesome. They could have been really upset that I was underworld breaching and, infinite comboing. It just, I wasn't doing stuff that was on par with the table that I was at. I feel like I need to build some stuff that's a little bit more fun oriented, a little bit less, winning oriented.